I see that more with female artists than the male artists I work with. So I can only speak from that point of view, or that experience. But sometimes I do agree that male artists, the distinction sometimes feminine, masculine, it's sort of come together. And even though I don't show it on the side. Okay. But I can guess be talking on my personal opinion. I love working with women. My whole life, I have 3 sisters and my mom, and then all the people in my office except for one that died. So, working and in exchange and sharing information, and putting out information and getting feedback. I don't think there is any difference, but this is the concept. I guess a concept that a lot of us are familiar with in terms of the difference of people, which is plum, peach, cherry. So where you have this difference, but everyone brings this inner view, that same power that I talked about earlier, this inner beauty and strength, and everyone have this ability, which is 100%. And even though there's maybe minor characteristics or minor point of view, I do believe that there's this fundamental power in male and female.
Right. Thank you.
I just want to kind of what Sharice just mentioned, that it's all a male panel. Actually, Amanda didn't introduce herself. She's an artist also. She's a writer and a musician. So you can share your views too.
Oh, yay!
Yeah.
Next question. I agree with the panel.
Good.
Thank you. Next question. Go ahead.
I just want to speak very English, but I hope you understand my question. I thought artists is a very to me, very special people because they are born with, because I want to be artist. I can't. I feel I can't because so maybe I could draw a picture, but not to inspire. To express to other people. Other people make you artist. Like that kind of, so I wonder what the arts originally mean art. Yeah, what did it mean art? The word art.
Originally, what does the word art mean?
Yeah,
Does anyone want to answer that? Okay.
Self-expression. Self-expression. There is no originality with art. Every art is based off of something else. Somebody that came before. That's why there's nobody better. There's nobody worse. As far as art is concerned, my art was something that was taught to me. That took a great time of maturity, just to get better. You got to start from somewhere and keep at it with perseverance, and eventually, you get a little bit better, and then you get a lot better, and then you look back at your old stuff and you be like, wow, I can't believe that was me. So, just practice makes perfect. It's a true thing.
If I can say one thing with regard to that, you said you want to be an artist. But you can? Oh, okay. You want to draw? One of the things in my workshop I put down, all you needed to know how to participate, just make a line. So an art making art is, you cannot be afraid to make a mistake. Whether you're writing, or you're drawing, or you're putting together something. It's like, I'm a terrible writer, but a friend of mine was working on a play, and she was struggling and struggling. And I just realized from looking at her struggle, I realized that I do the same thing when I'm making art. I struggle, I make a mistake, and I throw a painting aside or something, and then I come back. Or then sometimes I think I'm having a lousy time, and then I come back maybe a week or so, or maybe a day or so later, and I look and it's like, whoa. And I realize something that I didn't see before. But you can't be afraid, we can, and being an artist in life, of course, we don't want to go out on the limb and do drastic things, but we always have to take a chance. And it's safer within making an object or maybe writing a play or doing something. To make a mistake, art is a series of mistakes. You know, make a line. You cannot be afraid to make mistakes because you'll never progress. So make lines. Start with making a line. You know, just take
when I draw picture, I want to show off.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good point when you said about creativity. I think it's a very valid point that you said, because in this day and age, everyone's kind of like follow the leader, you know. I'm gonna follow you because this is like, you know, the official kind of way. But as an artist, the only way you're gonna really create is by failing. You know, you gotta fail to create, and it's just perfect imperfection.
To add to that, you know, if someone asks you to, you know, draw a circle, you know, draw a perfect circle, and then when you draw your circle, it's like, oh, that's not a circle, but congratulations, you created an oblong. You know, it's like it's still, you still created something. You know, whether or not you call it a circle or an oblong or an egg or whatever you want to call it, you still created something. It's the creation of something out of nothing, and that starts from within here and within here. So whether it's visual art or the written word, or it's the spoken word, you know, it is the being able to embrace what's inside of you, the artistic expression, and be able to translate that, manifest that into something that others can feel. You know, it doesn't have to necessarily be, for example, I'm concepting this idea of an art gallery, but it's the walls completely white. There are no artworks on there, but there are bumps on the walls, and the bumps on the walls are actually rectangles with braille on it. And the only way you can actually see the artwork is to have a braille translator, person there with you, a blind person telling you what they see on the wall. So the question is that art? You know, if we can't see it, and we don't know what it means when we put our hands on it, doesn't make it less artistic when a person who is able to read the braille on the wall, is it more artistic? So I think it's going to come down to really discovering from within yourself ways to communicate that creativity in a manner that resonates with you.
Yes, go ahead, Kathy.
Yeah, so as artists, two questions. One is, as artists, do you see yourself as evolutionary or visionary? And the other thing is, how do you perceive all of this electronic, digital universe impacting on young people trying to develop themselves as artists? I mean, really young people, children.
Wow, that's
A loaded question.
yeah.
Well,
That's-
too.
That's something that I personally, as an artist, I struggle with. But then also, but I think as we move forward to the future, people will come in at different points. Like maybe younger students, they come in and they know how to use the computer and all the art programs and so forth, and I don't know how to use it, and I just ask them. So I sit down and take a lesson from my students. And with the technology, I feel that we're at the beginning. We're at maybe a amoebic stage I can't wait until I can actually sculpt three-dimensionally, which you can do right now, and print it out on a printer like you print out a document. So I'm trying to get my department to give me a little bot printer that I can print out in plastic. Then that's just the first step. There was some steps before that. I mean, I'm an object person, okay? I like making things with my hands, and that's where how I enter into the art world. So, but it doesn't take away from what the other artists were talking about. I mean, one of the things sometimes that I like to do is be able to read a poem and see how I can transform that into a functional object. But I think kids coming in, or young people coming into the digital world, they will enter at different points, but as a teacher, we're always trying to teach basics, because some of the information that's been transposed digitally is like digital photography. There's some concepts that we learn in the dark in rough photography, and unless you know that, it doesn't make sense digitally when you're trying to change. When you're